I've always known about Westminster from growing up in Austin. It sits on Mopac and everybody knows where it is. Everybody has seen it.
There's lots I can say about why Westminster is such a special place and why I'm very happy to be a part of the board, why I'm very happy that my parents lived and died here, and that why I think it's an exceptional model for other retirement communities.
It was 3 weeks into my time here where I took a trip down to Westminster, my first trip down to Westminster, and was toured around the campus by the executive director and really got to know the team initially at that point. A few months later, we delivered the development plan, which is the first phase of our process, and shortly thereafter we started actual work on the project.
It's honestly fun and exciting and invigorating to be engaged with a board that sees the vision. And we've earned trust with the board over the years. They lever that relationship, and they do that boldly.
When I first came to work here, the residents were against the expansion. They could not picture something better than what they had. Like, they didn't see the value in the expansion. And so it's my job as the executive director to help them connect with that value. I've created an expansion committee and try to go through, well, what do you want to see out of this expansion? If you had a blank slate, what would you put in it? And it becomes a resident-led effort.
We started with Westminster in the master planning process, and that process, as a reminder, is one that takes a holistic view of the property and of the project and of the community to really determine what their vision for the community is, and then how we can then help bring that vision into reality. And then we execute a development agreement and then move into a development planning stage.
I think what sets LCS development apart is that we get to know their values, their culture, their mission, and we ensure that that is aligned throughout the entire development process. We're providing them a product that they are proud of and that is unique to them.
I think that the long-term investment strategy is a result of the board's desire and LCS's desire to maintain the excellence for the future.
This was always a four-phase project. We started with independent living addition, we then went to assisted living and memory care, and then now we're going back into the fourth phase, which one of our key tenets is never to leave a space behind, right? And so we're going back and finishing the rest of the project.
Phase 1 was the building of the Windsor Tower. Phase 2 was the Carlisle building, which has our assisted living, 76 apartments and 43 independent living units, and also a restaurant we call the Rowan. Phase 3 was remodeling of the Windsor building, third floor, which used to be the assisted living, making it into independent living apartments, and a remodel of our skilled nursing, which was a memory care at the time. Now it's become a rehab unit.
Phase 4 is a very unique project in that we're only focusing on amenity spaces.
Rooftop pickleball, club room, golf simulator, expanded library, speakeasy, 2 restaurants. We're also putting in a food truck parking in their courtyard. So we're creating an outdoor plaza that will allow for a food truck parking to further enhance their dining options.
We need to add those amenities to compete in the market today. And so that's really where we are with phase 4. So it has been, a 8-10 year process, but it's been really great to kind of watch all that come to fruition and follow through with the plan. And we're starting on the final phase.
Westminster is landlocked. It is an urban environment within the city of Austin, Texas, bordered on one side by a 4-lane divided highway with 2 train tracks running in between it, bordered on the other side by a residential development and a master planned community. And on the north side is an established apartment building, and on the south side is the some state of Texas municipal buildings. So it truly is landlocked.
We're certainly going to see some challenges as we dig into the Preston building. It was built in the early 60s. There are some areas that have not been uncovered since the original construction. Along with that, all of these spaces are still occupied. We're trying to make sure that the residents have the room and the space that they need, that we are very thoughtful about the impact that this is going to have on their daily lives because this is their home.
LCS has been a great partner, and they've come in and helped us, especially in these kind of projects.
They really do understand senior living, and Dan Novelli has been a great asset to our team, and he's just really been on it from the very beginning.
So my advice would be to an executive director, start planning now. Continually looking forward. Make sure you have yourself a short-term and long-term plans, because if you wait to plan, your competitors are going to be ahead of you.
Sometimes it's easy to talk yourself out of a project, like this is so expensive, I don't think we can do this. The question of can you afford to not do it also needs to be asked. Had we not have done these phases when we did, we would still be running a relatively small CCRC over there in the Preston building, and it would be fine. But was that really the highest and best use for this property? And clearly, as you look around you, that was not.
And that's where the LCS development, the global perspective, helps with keeping your board educated and not afraid to take a leap of faith.
When I think about the nature of what LCS development's been able to do in that collaboration, it's really pretty special. It's really a selfless team. They're really looking for the broader growth of our clients and how they serve seniors. And being part of that is a special treat for me.
Fully commit to the partnership with LCS and work with them to come up with a vision for how you can provide the best and most excellent care to the residents today, tomorrow, and into the future.